Meanwhile, at the Grand Baptist Church in the women's dressing room, Rachel continues to ready herself while she's talking to Lucy. Alright, it's just you and me. What's the status on Holden? Holden and I make love this morning, and he's happier than he's ever been in his entire life. Yet you want to rip that up with Mom? I have to fulfill my plan. This is a person's life we're talking about here. Look, I get Holden did you wrong. Hell, he did us all wrong. But at the end of the day, he's human just like you and I. And this thing with Jack knows I can't jeopardize this plan. Otherwise, it would have been for nothing. Meanwhile, by the church entrance, Vanessa's thinking. To Melissa came to where Vanessa is, and she saw her. You're still thinking about your affair, aren't you? I'm sorry I didn't tell you. Hey, I am not one to judge. Besides, Jeff and Andrew were twins. That's true. Look, I'll tell you more later. And as Vanessa got up and head back in the church. Meanwhile, in the courtyard, Holden came to the status tomb of a person named Jeremiah Grimes. Grandfather, you are a great inspiration to me in every way. You taught me everything there is to know about music. I just wish my dad was here to see how I improve. And as Victoria came to where Holden is. Your father will always be with you, no matter what. And as Holden turned and saw Victoria there. Meanwhile, in the men's dressing room, Thomas and Samuel are talking. My grandma had this ring when she married my grandpa, and I promised her that one day I would give this to you. I don't know what to say. Are you happy, Victoria? For the first time, yeah, I am. Well, no time like the present, I would say. If you truly like her, then what Beyonce say, you better put a ring on it. Come on, Dad. Nobody says that anymore, but overall, I know what you mean. And I might take you up on that, seeing that she's here, but not to worry. I'm not planning to steal your and Mom's day. As long as you're happy, we are too. I can't wait to tell Victoria how much she means to me. It sounds to me you two are serious. And as Sheldon came in the room, and Samuel and Thomas turned and saw him. Meanwhile, in the recreation room where the reception will take place, Carly's waiting. Till Nate came in the room. And Carly saw, and as she got up, just as Nate came to where Carly is. Damn, for a guy who's from high school, you look good in a tuxedo. It's good to see you again, Carly. I miss you. I know. So what do you want to talk about? The reason to why we both got well. We both suggested that we end it, but I want us to eventually become friends. I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? We were friends for a long time. Till we become more than friends, Carly. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid things has changed between us. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Jordan's office, Oliver came in, and as he closed the door, and went to her desk where her computer is, and as Oliver turned it on. Time to see who this person really is. And as Oliver got his iPhone out and connected to Jordan's computer. Meanwhile, someone is watching Oliver on the computer from the closet vent area across from where he is. Meanwhile, at the Whitman's house in the living room, Jeremy's working on paperwork on his iPad. And as Allison came in, and Jeremy saw her. I thought you were on your honeymoon. I was, till I was called in the studio about a retake scene that the director managed to lose the footage that be edited. And as Jeremy turned his iPad off and got up and faced Allison. Overall, how was your day? To be honest, kind of rough shooting that scene. Also, afterwards, I had to go to the cafe, seeing it was slammed, so I had to step in and ease things. Want to talk about it? No, I don't. I just came to do some laundry for my husband, me, and my son, since they're doing grocery shopping. Speaking of which, how's Mom doing? She's doing fine. Really? Of course she is. Why wouldn't she be? Thing is, I'm really worried about her. Meanwhile, in Carol and Jeremy's bedroom, Carol's lying in bed thinking. What is happening? All of a sudden, I'm seeing things. Are there clues? Are there visions? Do I have to worry about this? About this danger that lies ahead? Oh no, not again. And as Carol has another vision of blood and 4 girls screaming. And she saw what appears to be the aftermath of a shooting incident at a wedding ceremony. and a vision in, leaving Carol horrified. Oh my God, this can't be happening. Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner, Joshua came in and began looking around the place. Just like I remembered. I just hope nothing too extreme has changed here. Oh my God, Joshua? And as Joshua turned and saw Sasha, who came to where he is, and he saw her. Sasha, it is so good to see you. And as they begin hugging each other and pull back and face each other. Seems you and I have arrived at the same time, and we got a lot of catching up to do. Meanwhile, at the Nightstill Rich Manor, Hannah came in, bringing her suitcase, and as she closed the door, just as Natalie and David came to where Hannah is, and she turned and saw her parents. You need a hand since you're gonna be moving back here? I heard a distinctive rumor that you're back in town, and you didn't come see us, really? I was working up the courage to face you both. Anyways, how are you guys? Your father and I can rest easily now that our daughter's back. Meanwhile, in Andrew's room, Andrew came out of his bathroom ready for the party, and as he head and got his iPhone and put it in his pocket. And as he head to the door, and soon he arrived and got it, and Summer's standing there. I need to talk to you. Okay, I'll drive to the party. I'm afraid this can't wait. And as Summer came in, and as Andrew closed the door, and turned and faced her, and she turned and faced him. What's going on? We need to get our stories straight in order to avoid the next coming event. While at the Grand Baptist Church in the women's dressing room, Rachel and Lucy are talking. Okay, I'm gonna assume Jack's not coming too, no. But my husband is. He's just doing a last-minute rehearsal for his performance. Wow, I cannot believe Holden's gonna do a song at my wedding. Look, it's gonna be great, trust me. You know, we made the right choice coming here after all happened. You mean the media with Holden or Philip for the matter? Both. And I commend you and Carly for being one of my most strongest daughters, Vanessa included. And as Vanessa came in, and Lucy and Rachel saw her. Looks like I came in time just to hear my name, so what's going on? Meanwhile, at the courtyard, Holden and Victoria are talking. What are you doing here? I'm here with my boyfriend Thomas, seeing that his parents were renewing their vows. What's your excuse? I'm here on Lucy's behalf, and with the request of her parents, I'm gonna be performing my new single here. You must be excited about promoting yourself to the Edgewoods. Yeah, I am. Lucy's family is welcoming me with open arms, and I intend to make our marriage stick forever. Meanwhile, in the men's dressing room, Sheldon, Thomas, and Samuel are talking. How much did you hear? Come on, Dad, I'm not 14. Honestly, it's amazing that my older brother's getting serious with Victoria. I was discussing the future, and speaking of which, what are you planning to do with Molly once she gives birth? I don't know. Shouldn't you have a plan? I didn't expect to be a dad so soon, especially with Molly for the matter. How did that take place, seeing that you were still Melissa? That's a long story, one I don't want to rehash right now. Anyways, I overheard Lucy's new husband rehearsing a song in the conference room. Yeah, Holden's performing a new single at our parents' wedding. Meanwhile, in the recreation room, Carly and Nate are talking. I know our romance was like an epic love story, apart from us being discreet. The point is, I enjoy what we become. But a part of you is ashamed because you don't want anyone to know that you're dating a guy not only younger than you, that he's still in high school for the matter. That's not the reason at all. Then what's the reason? Because as far as I see, if anyone knew that you and I, especially your parents, were dating, they would never accept us. We don't know that. Really? Look, I didn't want to put you in a position seeing that you live in the house. Oh, I see now. So what you're saying to me is, if you and I were to come out as a couple to your parents and break up for the matter, your parents would have thrown me out in the streets. I didn't want to lose you for the matter, but to be honest, we were way over our heads, and I think we both knew that. Meanwhile, in the women's bathroom, Melissa came in and saw Alice. I take that somebody's happy. Yeah, guess I am. Sheldon's really made me happy in ways I couldn't imagine, but I don't want to. Hey, it's fine. As you know, I'm in a great marriage with Adam. Even under the circumstance, I can see you two are happy, despite Tracy's blackmail. Overall, Adam and I aren't gonna give in to whatever scheme she's thrown at. Even though Sheldon and I are together, hey, Sheldon's not gonna turn his back on you. Count on that. Thank you. Alright, I better go check on the bride. And it's Melissa's turn and went. I left the women's bathroom. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Jordan's office, Oliver's downloading the photos into the computer from his iPhone. Suddenly, his iPhone rings, and he saw Stephanie and answered. Hey, it's downloading. Good. I just got my mom to bed. She's resting, so I'm on my way. This process might take a while. I don't mind. I'm gonna see the freak who attacked and raped me. I'll call you as soon as I get there. Will do. And as Oliver hung up, just as the download completes itself. Alright. And as he sees the picture still blurry. Well, it's a good thing I have a way to fix this to make it become clear no matter how blurry this picture is. Time to do some magic. And as Oliver got the mouse, it began clicking the magic things on the computer to make the picture clearer. Meanwhile, at the Whitman's house in the living room, Allison and Jeremy are talking, and as Jeremy got up and faced her daughter. Look, Allison, you have nothing to worry about. I'm certain your mom's doing quite well. Really? Because she hasn't been herself since my wedding. I came home to see how she's doing, and she told me she had some sort of vision, like a premonition. Which is why I'm here. Look, I'm her husband. Speaking of which, you should be with your husband. I'll look into it for the matter, but you do have a point. She has been different since the accident. I cannot believe they still haven't found the person who did this. They will, I promise you. Now, are you certain you're fine? I am. Meanwhile, in Carol and Jeremy's bedroom, Carol's sitting in bed, reeling after what she just saw. I really hope what I saw don't come to pass. In fact, I gotta make certain it don't. And as Carol got up and went and got her iPhone, and as she hit back and sat in the bed and called somebody. Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner, Sasha and Joshua are talking, and as they went and sat at the booth and faced each other. So, how's your grandparents doing? They're hanging in there, but more importantly, they told me to finish my senior year here, so here I be. And also, I want to reconcile with my ex-boyfriend. Yeah, I heard about that. Before you even hint of a judge, Adam and I were a great couple in the monster roles no one's seen before. I guess between the Nightstill twins, who obviously like the lifestyle to live, that's still a burn. Speaking of them, Chelsea and Jeff were together before I came to the picture. You weren't the reason to why Chelsea and Jeff broke up. That's all on him. It's what him and Andrew do most. Sleep with as many girls as possible. You know, that internship in the Grand Canyon this summer was really great. Well, I'm glad things worked out in your favor. Me too, for the matter. Well, and as Chelsea came to where Josh and Sasha is, and they saw her. Isn't this precious? Seeing you two catch up like old times. Meanwhile, at the Nightstill Ridge Manor in Hannah's room, Hannah, Natalie, and David came in, carrying Hannah's suitcase, and as he went and sat in the bed. And as they began talking. So, how was the police academy? It was great, but I decided I didn't want to become a cop. Too risky and dodgy, which is why I decided to become a doctor. Let me guess, they told you to think of a plan B, right? Yeah, also you already know I already finished medical school and I will be doing my residency here in Los Angeles. Yes, I believe you did your medical training here at UCLA. Yeah, also, this way I can be closer to you guys in every way. That's really good to know. So, what really happened here while I was gone? Meanwhile, in Andrew's room, Summer and Andrew are talking. What do you mean, the coming events? Just trust me, okay? Can I ask what it's about? You know exactly what it's about. Bobby? Yeah, I had a word from him at school today. So did your twin. The only thing, he was using his fist instead of his mouth. And also, there was a witness overhearing him threatening his life. Which is why I think you and I should get our story straight before the police come into the matter. What do you mean before the police? Summer, what the hell is going on? Bobby has done numerous things, but that pales nothing to these events he's done regarding him and Vanessa being married. Okay, how you want to do this? Meanwhile, at the Grand Baptist Church in the women's dressing room, Rachel, Lucy, and Vanessa are talking. Wow, so your husband's gonna debut his new single at your wedding? Mom, isn't that something? Yeah, it is. So what's going on with you? Tracy, that's what's going on. And as Vanessa has another flashback to her and Andrew making love. And as the flashback ends, why do I get the feeling that's not the only problem? Look, I'll tell you more later. Oh no. What? What did you do this time? It's her new friend Bobby. Seems he told Jeff's parents that him and I are married. What? Seriously? Why the hell would he say something like that? Jeff's been blackmailed, as you know. His scholarship. That woman can't legally take it for him. You know what? I have just had it of her nearly in people's lives. This has to end. I agree. Unfortunately, I'm afraid Jeff handled the situation before I could. Meanwhile, in the courtyard, Victoria and Holden are talking. You are so clueless, you don't even see what's in front of you. Nice try, Victoria, but you're not gonna scare me away again. Oh no, why would I do that? Look, I gotta go rehearse my new song. Why? So your new parents-in-law will be impressed? Just so you know, Thomas and I are getting serious. Wow, looks like you got what you want, so why don't we just leave it like that? Only thing is, you're concerned about the baby not being yours. The baby is mine, not Jack. It really makes me wonder here. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to them, Yolanda is listening on the other side of the bush by the storage place. Meanwhile, in the men's dressing room, Sheldon, Thomas, and Samuel are talking. Wow, you must be thrilled by that, as long as your sister's happy. Honestly, I really don't get why it's Lucy marrying this guy in the first place. I know, Thomas, we just have to deal with this. And as Adam came in, and Sheldon, Samuel, and Thomas saw him. I hope I didn't come by too late. No, where's your wife? She's on her way to see yours. Look, I want to thank all of you for having my back. It's no problem, Dad. This wedding's gonna prove to everyone that our family will rise up no matter what. Meanwhile, in the recreation room, Carly and Nate are talking. Look, why did you call me here? To rehash about our mistake? Wrong. I called you because I want us to have closure too. We've only been broken up for a couple of weeks. Yes, I know. I guess the reason to why I want to see you is I can't stop thinking of what we could have been had the world known. I guess we never know, now would we? I want to change that. Aren't you back with that Ethan guy? Yeah, I saw you two the other day kissing. Yeah, but things are really different between us. I mean, I love him, but I love you as well. Well, if it makes you feel better, I haven't stopped thinking about you either since you broke up at your sister's wedding. Yeah, not one of our proudest moments, so what do you do to change this? I have an idea. And as Nate came and began kissing Carly passionately. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Jordan's office, Oliver's trying to make the image of the picture clearer. Come on. Come on! And as the picture slowly becomes clearer, and as Oliver got his iPhone out and pulled the camera mode and began taking a picture of it, and as he began texting it to Lucas, and sent it. There, I got you, you son of a bitch. And as Oliver turned and looked at the picture on Jordan's computer, oh my God, that can't be true. Suddenly, the lights went out, along with Jordan's computer, and as Oliver put his iPhone down and stand up. Hello? Gosh, this place. And as Oliver turned around and saw a masked person who tasered him, and as Oliver collapsed on the ground. Meanwhile, in the front area, Stephanie came in and saw Lucas at the front desk and went to where he is. And he saw her. Stephanie, I didn't know it. Actually, I came to check out my schedule. The thing is, June haven't posted a new one yet. It's okay, I have to go to my office anyways. And as Stephanie went down the hall, just as Lucas' iPhone beeps, and he got his iPhone out and saw it's a picture that made him stop what he's doing, and as he began calling Oliver. Meanwhile, back in Jordan's office where it's dark, Oliver's lying unconscious while his iPhone rings. And it's the masked person who's really a attacker went and got Oliver's phone that's ringing and saw it's a call from Lucas. And as the person denied the call. and put the iPhone back in Oliver's pocket. And as he stood back up and took out a mysterious syringe and got back down and injected on Oliver's arm while Oliver is still unconscious. Meanwhile, at the Whitman's house in the living room, Allison and Jeremy are talking. Okay, I'm not gonna push you. You do know Hunter's welcome here anytime. Yeah, speaking of which, I haven't seen much of him since the wedding. Is he alright? Yeah, he's staying at Meredith's place on the condition that he takes his father and I to where he is. That's good to know. Where's Charlotte? Oh, she had to head back to Chicago to be with her husband. Kind of emergency. And as Carol came to where they are, and Jeremy and Allison saw her. Well, I better finish this laundry so I can get back to my husband. And as Allison turned and left the room, just as Carol came to where Jeremy is, who sent someone with his wife. You okay? Honestly, I'm not. What's wrong? I need your help. Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner, Sasha and Joshua are talking, and they're surprised by Chelsea's arrival. I see you haven't changed since we last met. Well, a lot's changed since you left for the Grand Canyon for that internship for the summer. You can join if you want. And as Joshua got up and came and hugged Chelsea. And as he pulled back, and Joshua went and sat down, and Chelsea went and sat beside Joshua. So that party that happened in New York, were holding Kiss Carly and Lucy. Yeah, it was a big scandal from what I heard. So, when does Adam come in today? I take you haven't heard what happened recently. What do you mean by that? Really, Chelsea? Starting trouble already? I'm not trying to start trouble here. I just want to let you know that Adam's married. What? But how? You can thank my mom for that, seeing that she blackmailed him and Melissa into marriage. Why the hell would Tracy do that in the first place? To prevent Lucy and Carly's father from going to prison for my father's murder, which I don't buy for one damn second that he's dead. I guess the question of the matter is, what are you gonna do about it? Meanwhile, at Nightsdale Ridge Manor in Hannah's room, Hannah, Natalie, and David are talking. Honestly, nothing's happened here so far. Really? You two are bad liars because I can see in your face that something did go on. Says the person who disappeared off the face of the earth, and I'm sorry for that. We meant what we said earlier about paying more attention towards you. Well, you should be happy to know that I'm not going anywhere else. That's a start. So tell me, what's the deal with this Tracy Grimes I've been hearing about? Andrew and Jeff have filled me in, but I want to hear your story. She's a force to be reckoned with, especially at school. And before you ask, no, she's not taking your brother's scholarship away. I really don't know. I mean, if she easily can infiltrate herself into school, imagine what she can do next. Meanwhile, in Andrew's room, Summer and Andrew are talking. You certain that you want to stick to that story? Yes. Look, we need to be prepared just in case. And also, should you know, Bobby's sister has returned. Maybe she can change him back to the person he used to be. It doesn't matter, dude. He tamed with Tracy Grimes. When in the end, she's gonna dispose of him when she don't need him anymore. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna proceed this night as if it was normal, meaning I'm gonna be heading to Gwen's house to the party. I go as well. There's something else that's bothering you. Come on, Summer, I know you very well. After all, I was your boyfriend. Vanessa told me something this morning that's left me shaking in the ways. What she told you? This is in her own words, quote, if she had it her way, she would end Bobby herself. Meanwhile, at the Grand Baptist Church in the women's dressing room, Rachel, Lucy, and Vanessa are talking. Wow, he must really love you. Still, because of the altercation Jeff caused, could result him in losing his scholarship. Because Bobby's trap? Ooh, I can't believe you were so stupid to buy into hate. It's not your fault. Tracy's trying to mess with people's lives and it's got to end. We escaped one mishap, only to fall to another one, seeing that our families moved here. I'm thinking Jeff and I should spend some time apart. If you do that, then you'll be proving the proof that Tracy can walk, which I can't allow you to do. If you and Jeff gonna end things, it should be yours and Jeff's terms, nobody else. How do I get the coolest mom ever? And as Melissa came in the room, and Lucy, Rachel, Vanessa saw her. I hope I didn't miss much. You're just in time. Lucy will fill you in. Actually, I can do that. In fact, I have something to tell you both. Meanwhile, in the courtyard, Victoria and Cody are talking. There's nothing really to wonder because I know for a fact that that baby's mine. Only we both know it's not. It's Jack for the matter. You know nothing about organic Hogan. You're talking to a person who knows you very well. After all, I was married to you. Well, since you know me very well, then why the hell did you humiliate me by kissing Thomas at my promotional party that night? I know you and I don't see eye to eye, but I know we still care for each other. Be that as it may, I moved on, and so you. Please excuse me. And as Holden turned and walked away, and as he went past Yolanda, who's watched him, unaware, but he stopped. I trust you'll keep everything you heard discreet, Yolanda, because I know you're behind there. And as Holden went on, and as Victoria came to the bush, just as Yolanda came out and faced Victoria, who sensed that Victoria's not happy. Meanwhile, in the men's dressing room, Sheldon, Thomas, and Samuel are talking. I need to tell you three something. What is it? It's about Molly and my baby. I still don't get how that's possible. It's because of the sperm donation. You mean the one for a better cause? Yeah, I really thought I was making a difference. Now you think it's a mistake? More than that. Molly stole my sperm and somehow used it to get herself pregnant. Wow, man. Talk about obsession to the lowest. So she's really having your baby. Yeah, I think the truth of the matter is, she wanted to get my ex-girlfriend Melissa out of the picture so she can be with me. Where is Molly? I don't know. I told her I'm with Alice, and I'm only gonna be there for the baby, and Molly's not gonna come between Alice and I at all. Meanwhile, in the recreation room, Carly and Nick are in a kiss. To Carly pull away, and they say face each other. I can't do this here. Okay, and as Nate turned and walk away. Wait, don't go! Carly, I can't keep doing this. And as Nate turned and faced Carly. I know. And as Carly came to Anita's. I just can't stop thinking of what you and I had. The thing is, Carly, we can still have it. Only if that's what you want, without giving a damn to what anyone thinks. Let me prove that to you. And as Carly came and began kissing Nate. And as they pulled back. Isn't there a conference room here? Or anything? Actually, there is. And as Carly and Nate went and left the room holding hands. And as they went down the hall towards the stairs. And as they went upstairs and head down the hall towards the conference room. And as they went in, and as Nate closed the door and turned and faced Carly, who in turn started making out with him. And as Carly began to unbutton Nate's shirt, and as Nate did the same to Carly. And as Nate got Carly on the table, and as Nate got on top of Carly, and as Nate began to make love to Carly. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Jordan's office, where it's dark, Oliver's lying on the ground unconscious, till Stephanie came in and got her iPhone out, and as she closed the door. Maybe I should use this office instead. And as she turned the light on and started dialing Oliver. Come on, Oliver, please pick up. And as Oliver's iPhone rings, and she turns and saw Oliver on the ground unconscious. Oliver! And as Stephanie came and got down to where Oliver is, and see she felt a pulse. And she felt one, and she started doing CPR on him. Come on, I can't lose you. In fact, I refuse to lose you. Suddenly, Oliver regains conscious and saw Stephanie. And as he sat up, and as Stephanie sat by him, my God, what happened? Where am I? You're in Jordan's office. What exactly happened? Honestly, the last thing I remember, I was downloading the picture of that attacker, and the next thing I know, it makes quite sense. What do you mean? You got attacked, which means the attacker knows that we're here trying to figure him or her out. And as Lucas came in, and Stephanie and Oliver saw him. What's going on? I heard screaming. Meanwhile, in the closet lies the ski mask attacker as it watched him on his tablet thanks to hidden surveillance in the room. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Alice and Corey's apartment, Allison came back in with her basket closed, and as she closed the door, Hunter? Corey? Are you home? And as Allison came and put the clothes on the dining room table, and as she headed towards Hunter's room, But her iPhone rings, causing her to turn back and went to her fullness. And got it from the purse and saw Charlotte and answered it. Hello? Hey, how you doing? Did you get back? That's good to know. Meanwhile, at the women's house in the living room, Carol and Jeremy are talking. Premonitions, you say? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Actually, I'm not. How long have you been having them? Since my accident. Speaking of which, there has been no word on the hit and run driver. Damn it! I cannot believe that maniac's still on the loose on the road when another person could be in today. He or she will be caught in the end. How can you be so sure? Because I am. Alright, we have to head to the church. Why? This vision, the latest one I had, involves the Edgewood family. We're not even invited there. I have a way around that. Where's Allison? She went home. And as Carol got up and went and got her iPhone from her purse. What are you doing? And as Carol came back and sat by her husband. I need her help because something very dangerous is about to go down unless we act very quickly. And as Carol began calling Allison. Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner, Sasha, Chelsea, and Joshua are talking. I don't know what to do. I think you do. What do you mean? Well, you are Tracy's daughter after all, and I'm pretty certain she taught you a lot of things. Yeah, she did. But I'm not gonna let her stop me from finding my father. And I was kinda hoping you'd help me with this journey. Sure, I can do what I can. When I meant by help, I mean, yeah, I know exactly what you meant, but I was kinda hoping I put my own detective skills to the test without involving my parents. Okay, we'll do that for now. You know what? I'm gonna go. Seems you two got a lot to catch up. And as Sasha got up and turned and walked away. Meanwhile, at the Nightstill Ridge Manor in Hannah's room, Hannah, Nellie, and David are talking. Look, you don't have to worry about Tracy. We can deal with her. Okay. Just so you know, if you need my help, we'll be the first to come to you. We're gonna let you get settled in. And we'll let you know when dinner's ready. Excuse us. And as Nellie and David turn and head out. Wait. And as Nellie and David stop and turn and face Hannah. Thank you both. And as Nellie and David turned and left the room. Meanwhile, outside in Andrew's car, Summer and Andrew got in. And as they closed the door, and as Andrew started the car off, and as he looked at Summer and said something wrong. Hey, I got your back no matter what. I know. I just don't want nothing to hey, it's not gonna happen at all. Okay? With the power of the night still, I'm gonna protect you always to the very end. Thank you. And as Andrew's car drove away. Meanwhile, at the Grand Baptist Church in the courtyard, Carly's sitting on the bench looking at the pond. And as she has a flashback to her and Nate making love in the conference room. And as the flashback ends. No. Get a grip, Carly. I gotta stop this. Nathan is my past, which I need to forget. And as Lucy came to where Carly is and sat next to her and she saw her. What's wrong other than Nate? How long have I'm not the only one who knows about you two? Wait, are you saying yes, we all knew? So let me get this straight. All this time, you all knew, yeah. Dad saw you, your mom did, Thomas and I saw you at the diner, and okay, since all you knew, why didn't you say anything? We were hoping for you to say something. Meanwhile, in the women's dressing room, Rachel's looking at herself in the mirror in her wedding dress till someone knocked on the door. Come in, and as the woman came in, and as she closed the door, and Rachel saw who it is. Can I help you? I need to warn you about something. Look, I don't even know who you are. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Julian Stanford. Now, back to that warning. What about the warning? Please don't make this wedding a public matter. Jolene, Samuel and I are showing the world their reunited front. Well, you'll have more danger to follow. Speaking of which, I'm certain that family you're familiar can track you down in a heartbeat. Even so, this is a big city and we have enough resources not to worry, Rachel. I'm not letting your family's life get ripped apart. Meanwhile, at the Whitman's house in the kitchen, Carol's fixing some coffee. And as Allison came to the kitchen, to where Carol is, and she turned around and saw her. Allison, I am so glad you're back. You called me here, so what's going on? First of all, how are you, by the way? Fine. Really? You don't seem fine to me. Yeah. I almost forgot how good you can read minds. Apparently so. So I'm sensing something's going on. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is something going on, and it's gotta stop. Meanwhile, at the Grandview Diner, Chelsea and Joshua are talking. So, what brings you here? Wouldn't you like to know? Anyways, I'm pretty certain your family missed you. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna see them after I reevaluate some things. What about your acting? I don't know yet, but I guess I'll see for a while. Anyways, it's something I want to do for a long while. Well, I hope you get what you're looking for. I am. In fact, I think there's something you should know. What do I need to know? That sometimes everything is not what it seems. What does that mean? What I meant is, I've been thinking about my future, and I decide whatever happens should happen, meaning if I don't get into acting, there's other options out there. You know what? You couldn't be more right. Everything we believe in will come to pass if we let it come into flotation. How do you trust me? It happens when the time is right. Anyways, I gotta run, but it was good to see you. You too. And they still got up and came and hugged each other. And as they pull away, and as Chelsea turned and walked away, and as Joshua took out his iPhone and pulled up the picture, and as he put his iPhone up and thinking, I'm almost close.